with elite wide receivers. Now, we were talking about this yesterday. Okay. I sent the photo in the group chat, and this is what the photo was. We got Kevin Clark. He has NFL wide receiver tiers. The Moss level. This is a completely different. This is S tier. Okay. Chase and Jefferson, undebatable. No one can tell me otherwise. No one can tell us otherwise. Okay. Elite. This is where things get kind of chippy. AJ Brown, obviously, Super Bowl champion. I would personally put Devontae Smith there too. I know he doesn't get a lot of shine. We got Lamb, got CD Lamb, Puka Nacua, St. Brown. We got Nico Collins. We're gonna get into that. We got Tyreek Hill, almost elite. Okay, Garrett Wilson, Brian Thomas Jr., and Malik Neighbors. Now, guys, what I want you to look at this guy.
He's got the Jamar Chase.
Don't make me do it. Don't make don't make me get it. Don't make me get Keenan Allen. Don't make me do this, bro. Okay, anyway, I'll keep it this way. Listen, guys, we got this photo right here, and I want to hear your guys' opinions. What do we think about this, and what would you change? What would you add? What would you subtract? Chris, I'll start off with you, man.
So I'm not going to stand for this Devontae Adams erasure. I still think he could be in the almost elite category at minimum. I also think Nico Collins is slightly unproven to the point where he's going to be in that top 7 category. I still think I'd put Tyreek Hill over him, and I'd even put Malik Neighbors over him. He was just so quarterback handicapped last year. He's incredibly tough as a receiver. I think he's going to make his way into that category if he stays healthy this year.
Anything you would add or change? Anyone you would take off? I mean,
I personally, I agree with what you said, Chris. I do think we need to see a couple more seasons from Nico Collins. I will say, though, I feel like the Texans overall, in terms of like top 3 guys, probably had, before Tank Dell's injury, the best wide receiver core in the league last year. Because you look, I mean, Stephon Diggs was producing. Collins was one of the best X receivers in the league last year. And then Tank Dell was very, very good as well. So to put up those type of numbers with honestly guys that could probably be wide receiver 1s or 2s in other offensive systems, I think I have to assume that's the reason for Collins being in the elite tier. But, I mean, honestly, I could see any of those 4 guys being above Collins as well. But I personally think that Garrett Wilson should probably be swapped with one of those guys. If you want to talk about quarterback handicaps, that man has already had like 6 or 7 guys, and you look at some of the names that he's had to deal with, and it's poverty, man. It's poverty, man. And he came in. He came in and won Offensive Rookie of the Year with Zach Wilson as his primary quarterback, and they had Joe Flacco, Tim Boyle,
Trevor Siemian.
Oh my God, dude! It is crazy, man. So I'm glad that he's getting his respect, and we'll see how he does this year. I feel like this year is going to be a little interesting for Wilson because he did just get, you're talking about extensions, Garrett Wilson got a huge extension as well, 4 years, $130 million, $90 million guaranteed. So we'll see if he still is motivated to produce at that elite level after getting, a precedent-setting contract.
Now, I'll have to agree with Chris that Devontae Adams, the slander on his name after last year is baffling to me. I know he was on the Raiders and went to the Jets, but when he was on the Jets, he still looked like one of the best receivers in the league. And we're going to see this year with his new team in LA on the Rams. I wish it was the Chargers, but he's on the Rams instead, which is fine. And I mean, no Cooper Kupp. He has Puka Nacua next to him. He's mentoring him. I mean, they both could still be very much elite wide receivers. I would have to add him on there. And
I think, sorry to interrupt you, another name. Where's Terry McLaurin?
See, that's another one. And my one is this. I think Mike Evans should be on the elite list. Now, this is the reason. Consecutive years, he's an instant Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer that no one likes.
Oh, no question.
No question. No one likes to talk about. He has a ring already. He has nothing left to prove. He's one of the best wide receivers we have ever seen. And in our generation, I feel like he has to be top 5 wide receivers, not in the 2010s or anything like that, but coming into the 2020s, into our adulthood, I feel like this is one of our best receivers that we have had growing up. Now, Mike Evans, he has a lot of disrespect towards him. I don't know. I don't understand why. Maybe because he's not flashy, but he's a bigger wide receiver. He catches everything. as you can see, 1,000 yards every season in his career, besides maybe one, I think his rookie year, something like that. But I think he should be in the elite class based off of that. I think I would move Nico Collins down to almost elite because I don't think he's that elite yet. I had him in my fantasy team last year, and I thought he was great, but injury prone, that counts for something in my opinion. So that I would move him down there. And also, yeah, like you said, Terry McLaurin. I don't know what people have against Terry McLaurin and why he doesn't get the recognition he does, but to say he's not at least almost elite, I feel like is disrespectful. Plus, he's still very young.
Part of his problem, I think, was he was also QB handicapped for the longest time, and he finally had a competent quarterback throwing him the ball last year, and we saw what can happen. He's an extreme deep threat, especially on like Hail Mary type plays. He can make something out of nothing.
Yeah, man. I don't think anyone can dispute the Chase and Jefferson being in Moss, but is there any one other wide receiver that you could put in that Moss realm right now, or not even close?
I think Lamb has the potential to get there if he can have steady quarterback play. Lamb catches everything. He has such a wide catch radius. One of my favorite Instagram accounts, Amazon Next Gen Stats, goes into like all the nerd shit that I love. And they said that in 2023, I believe it was, no receiver since in like a decade created more average like separation per catch than CeeDee Lamb on catches for more than like 20 yards or something like that.
He's wild.
Yeah, he's great.
He is. I'm really excited to see him with a legitimate wide receiver too now with Pickens. That's just going to open up so much for him.
Oh,
and
David, you're gonna like this one. Look, we were going back and forth on this.
Yeah, I was gonna say to somebody didn't. I'm a huge JSN guy, man. I think personally, and now this might be a bit of a hot take, but I think JSN is the best receiver from that 2022 Ohio State receiver room.
Ooh.
That had Garrett
Wilson, Olave, JSN, Marvin Harrison, and Ibuka. Honestly, that might be the best college receiver room ever. If they had all
five, Chase and Jefferson room are right up there with each other.
I can't put him above Wilson, but everyone else, yeah, Olave, he's great.
Here's the thing, though. Garrett Wilson himself has even said, like, I remember there was a podcast that I think it was like Wilson, Olave, and JSN were on, and it literally even they all said that JSN was going to be the best out of the three of them. Like coming from their own mouths. I remember, I was when Michigan played Ohio State in 2021, he made one of the sickest catches I ever seen. He pinned the ball off the side of a DB's helmet and held onto it. It wouldn't have been a catch in the NFL, but dude, such a crisp route runner. He's got electrifying speed. He's a little bit smaller, but he catches everything, man.
And this guy right here, hey, our boy Jalen's watching. Shout out Jalen, but is DJ more elite? I don't think so.
I don't think he deserves to be. I don't think he's a bad receiver. However,
I think he's okay.
If we're looking at these names
Pro Bowler
here,
2 years ago, his first year in Chicago, he should have been a Pro Bowler. I'll say that.
If we're looking at these names here, though, he just does not fit in that tier. I would put him in like a Cortland Sutton, George Pickens type tier, maybe like a tad lower than like a DK Metcalf potentially. Like Brandon Ayuk when he's healthy could be in that tier.
That's why it's a good debate, just because I think the receiver position is easily the deepest in all of football. Like you have like probably 30 to 40 guys that are Pro Bowl level.
It's crazy because some of them are on the same teams. Like T. Higgins, we haven't even talked about T. Higgins at all either. Chris Godwin, I know he was injured a lot last year. We didn't mention him at all.
He was on track to have like 1,400 yards last year before he got hurt. It was insane.
Look.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
Gosh, I'm blanking. What if MHJ takes a massive step this year? He was regarded higher than Brian Thomas for like all of the draft process before last season. Then Brian Thomas just had an insane year. Yeah.
I have faith that he will become almost elite this year. I think that Marvin Harrison is unbelievable. I think Kyler Murray just wasn't throwing his way last year, which is very odd to me. Because Marvin Harrison last year.
Well, that probably had something to do with it.
What was that?
I said him and Trey McBride have a crush on each other, so that probably had something to do with it.
I mean,
as
shout
a
out to
Trey
Trey McBride.
McBride fan, yeah, as a
I
Trey
mean,
McBride fantasy owner, I had nothing
Oh,
against
yeah.
it
I
whatsoever.
mean, he didn't score. He only scored one touchdown, but like the dude had like almost 1,000 yards. I'm pretty sure, but he was crazy. But Marvin Harrison, I mean, if he could just work on his strength a little bit, which he has, as pictures and stuff like that on the internet, I mean, he could start pushing people around because he's a big guy, dude. He's like 6'3", I'm pretty sure 6'2", something like that. And as a wide receiver, I mean, that's just big. But he I have faith that he'll break out this season. And yeah, I was gonna say this is what I was gonna ask you guys. This is my next question for you guys. For Travis Hunter, where not obviously he's not elite right now, but would you even before taking a snap in the NFL, would you put him at almost elite? Because he can play both sides at a very high level. We've seen it, but he hasn't done it yet. But where would you put him right now? Would you put him at the almost or the almost elite?
I would put him probably right at the end of tier 3, just because we haven't seen it yet. I don't think Travis Hunter is overrated as a receiver, but I don't think he deserved the Bolitnikoff Award this year. He wasn't top 5, or he wasn't top 3 in any of the main receiver categories. I have no problem with him winning Heisman, but in terms of the pure Bolitnikoff Award, I think there was a lot better choices, such as Nick Nash from San Jose State, who literally set a record. I mean, it's a smaller school, but he led in yards, touchdowns, and yards per reception. So I personally think Travis is a better. Right now, I'd say he's probably a better corner than he is a receiver.
Oh, absolutely.
But
he's a lot more polished on that side of the ball.
Yeah.
But I will say, like you said, it was a smaller school, so that's probably why they didn't give it to him. I hate to say it.
No, of course, yeah.
It sucks like that, especially in college. I hate that rule. Like, it's not even a rule. It's just like a known thing. Like, if you're at a smaller school and you get all these stats, you're bound to play lesser competition, and they're not going to give it to you. You know what I mean? So
I mean, we saw that even though he won a lot of accolades this year, Genty was like being called overrated by a lot of different people just because he went to Boise State, even though he's rushing for 3 touchdowns and 200 yards every other game, pretty much.
I would say his playoff performance when he, when they had that bye week that everyone was very controversial. When he played in that playoff game in the playoffs, he proved that he is not overrated. He was shedding every single
he had like 9 guys in the box on him every single play, and he was still able to scrap 5-10 yards a couple times.
I mean, well, look, dude, I played running back for like all my life, and if you get 4 yards a carry, I mean, do the math, bro. You're at first down by third. The third time you carry the ball, you're good. That's great. So I mean, even 9 guys. I mean, just imagine them behind an NFL O line. I mean, I know it's the Raiders, and that's not great, but at least they have something. Josh Jacobs did great with the Raiders. I'm sure Genty will do even better.
Well, now with Geno too, like exactly. I feel like they're gonna have to try to respect the short down completions more now that they have like a legitimate quarterback. I mean, Geno's not like he's not like an elite guy, but I mean he's been very willing to air it out. He was, I think, second or third in the league in passing yards.
Yep.
A lot of passing attempts. So I feel like that's going to make it a little bit harder for them to just stack the box now that they don't have like Aiden O'Connell back there.
And one more quick question for you guys, okay? I have like 5 wide receivers here. You can write them down real quick if you don't remember them. Now, I have Devontae Smith as an elite wide receiver.
I agree. I agree.
I don't care what anyone says.
I don't know. I don't see it, but
I agree.
But my question is why? He's a number 2 wide receiver, but he's really 1B. If you really think about it, I don't think Jalen Hurts gives him enough touches for him to look elite, but he's elite. He showed it in the Super Bowl, and he showed up when it matters. That's all he does.
I agree. I think he's the second best wide receiver 2 in the league after Higgins.
I think he's better than him personally.
I think T. Higgins should be on this chart somewhere, but he's not because he's, like you said, like he's a wide receiver too. I think the problem with the Eagles overall is they just have so many mouths to feed on that offense. They got Saquon, who's the best back in the NFL. They got AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert. I mean, they even go to their like wide receiver 3 and 4 a decent amount sometimes too, and it's just. I think Smith is going to be better this year because he was a bit underwhelming at times last year just because he wasn't getting the touches that he probably deserved. And I believe he was injured at 1.2 in the early stretch of the season.
I like Devontae Smith a lot. I mean, as a tall guy that is like 50 pounds soaking wet, I really relate with Devontae Smith because that dude, I'm pretty sure I'm like his exact height and weight. He's like 6'2", like 160, 170. That's like pretty much what I am. And like I see a guy like that who looks like he could like blow over if a gust of wind comes, and he's one of the best like catching receivers in the league. Like that dude, I don't think I've ever seen that dude drop a ball. And for someone who has such like a small frame, and you'd think he wouldn't be able to create much separation, like he gets up there, man. Like it's crazy. If you're talking about big body guys, though, nobody mentioned. I want to throw out Drake. I'm a really big fan of Drake London.
Okay.
I think London is a really.
I think he's approaching.
I wonder though.
And it didn't have a good year last year, but I think he's gonna inch toward like maybe the tier below almost elite next year.
Okay. I like that.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I just don't.
These receivers here? I got Chris Godwin, Brandon Ayuk, when healthy, and then Jalen Waddle, Ladd McConkey, and DK Metcalf. I want your opinion on these guys, and then we can move on.
I'm a big Waddle guy. I like Waddle a lot. I think last year was a bit of an anomaly. I mean, Tua missed some time as well. But I mean, if you want to talk about pure speed, man, you give that guy the ball in space, he's gone. I'm pretty sure I don't want to say it without knowing, but he's got to be like at like either the fastest or like second fastest receiver in the league.
He was the second fastest. Yeah, he was for sure second.
But
my guy that I think next to Devontae Smith that a lot of people don't mention is Chris Godwin. I think he's absolutely unreal when he's healthy. And he's like a fantasy steal for me every single year. I just love his game so much. I hate that he gets injured so much because he's so special. But
in the weeks that he played last year, which was only like 6 of them, I believe,
he was second best in the league.
I want to say he was wide receiver 1 fantasy. Now I know fantasy doesn't translate to real life necessarily, but
yeah, you're absolutely correct. I had him, and he was
up 21 points a game. It was ridiculous.
He was rivaling Nico Collins in every aspect.
The way he got hurt was so dumb too. Like that game against the Ravens was already over, and he was just Baker was just stat padding, and Bowles had all the starters out there, even though they were down by like 10 points.
Yeah, it's a shame, but that's just how it is. I guess some people just like to try to run up the score a little bit,